about menopause. This is a topic that comes up a lot recently with working with clients, and it's something that I've thought a little bit about in the past myself as well. So, are the symptoms inevitable or are they avoidable? That's the question. And as someone who I went through a lot of stress in my early 30s, late 20s as well. And at 32 years old, I was told by an endocrinologist, you're in perimenopause. And I was like, what? I thought I was way too young for that. But ultimately, perimenopause can start as much as 15 years before you actually go into menopause. So for some women, this is going to be earlier than others. And ultimately, if you look at when your mom went into menopause, that can be an indication for you of when you should go through the change as well. But there are things that can play a role in how your body does with this transition and in if it happens sooner rather than later. So, what's the main one? The main thing that's going to have an impact here. If you've ever noticed that there are women that have a much easier time going through menopause than others, this is really good evidence because it can show you that it's not inevitable that menopause has to suck. Because if it was inevitable, then every woman would suffer going through this time of life, right? But some women have a much easier time. And the main reason here is that stress has a really big impact on your body's ability to make the transition. As we go through menopause, we go from a stage where we're fertile, and that's the main focus of our system. And so, this is a time where our ovaries are responsible for all of the hormone production, all of the sex hormone production. So, our estrogen and our progesterone. And when we go into menopause, your ovaries go into retirement and your adrenals have to take over. So if you're a woman who's been living a really stressed out life, dealing with, running around doing things for the kids or the family or a career or taking care of aging parents and dealing with all kinds of stresses in your life, you're going to have a more difficult time going through menopause. But this isn't like just a bad news story because there are things that you can do. You can support your body as you go through the years leading up to menopause to make it less of a problem. So if you are someone who's dealt with a lot of stress and your adrenals are already overwhelmed and stressed out, the body needs some support from you. This can be done in the form of supplementation. So there are some supplements that it can be very beneficial for your adrenals. And then there's also things you can do to help your body manage stress. So things like deep breathing are really simple and really helpful. And a lot of the times when I tell a client, like, okay, you know what? I just want you to stop what you're doing a couple times a day, even once a day, and spend 5 minutes taking deep breaths. They usually look at me like I'm crazy. Like, that's it? There's got to be something more complicated. There's got to be something I can do. And literally giving your body the chance to reset and have that little bit of time to just focus on your breath and calm down can help to reset your nervous system and take you out of fight or flight. Because if you've been living in fight or flight and constantly the go, 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 go person, this is going to make things a lot harder for you because your body just can't keep up with it. So, the symptoms that a lot of women associate with perimenopause, what are those ones? So, the hot flashes. If you're dealing with hot flashes, this is a sign from your body that something's not functioning properly and needs your help. And all of the symptoms are going to be the same thing. They're not the problem, they're just a message from the body. Something needs your support and needs your help. So, hot flashes is a big one that people associate with menopause and can happen quite a while leading up to menopause. I know, it can make it really hard to function properly. If you're a business person and or you work and you have to go to meetings, it can be embarrassing, it can be uncomfortable. Night sweats are terrible because you can wake up just soaked and then you have to change your sheets in the middle of the night. That can be problematic and can interrupt your quality of sleep as well. Changes in sleep is another one that's associated with menopause a lot of the times, as is weight gain. A lot of the times women will go into their 40s and it's like suddenly I don't even know my body anymore. I feel totally different. I'm doing all the same things. Nothing is working. I'm putting on weight. These are all signs that your body needs some support. Something is not functioning properly. Even though you're doing all the same things you were in the past, you could be having these symptoms or you could be having these problems with the weight coming on And it's not your fault. It's just that your body is shifting and changing, and it needs something different from you moving forward. So, if you're dealing with any of these symptoms, I can help you with this. These are things that we deal with all the time with clients. And this is things I've dealt with myself in the past as well, until I started to recognize that my body needed support. And as I mentioned, adrenals is a really big place to start, especially for women going through menopause, especially if you've been dealing with kids and the family and the job and the aging parents and the dog and paying the bills and doing all the things. You may feel like you're handling it fine, but from your body's perspective, it's stressful. It's too much. The body doesn't know the difference between good stress and bad stress. And when we're dealing with stress all of the time, it's going to have an impact on your system. And the last 3 years definitely haven't benefited this. So I just wanted to share this with you today. It's not a really long one. It's a Sunday. So thank you if you're on here with me. But menopause is a really important thing, even if you're younger, to start thinking about, because the things that you do now leading up to that and the support that you give your body in preparation are going to really pay off for you when you get closer to and into menopause, because a body that's prepared is going to handle it a lot better. So, if any of these symptoms ring true for you, or if you would like any support, I'd be more than happy to help you. You can send me a message anytime, or you can grab the link in my bio if you're on Instagram, or I'll drop it in comments if you're watching this anywhere else, and book a call with us. We offer an assessment where we will test your body from head to toe, because we need to figure out what's going on. Why are you having symptoms, or why are you having any health challenges that you're having? I know for myself in the past, like I said, I went to an endocrinologist who said you were in perimenopause, but they didn't give me anything I could do. They didn't give me any support. They were just like, "Oh, yeah, it is what it is." Okay. And what do I do? And they're like, "Well, I don't know." So we want to make sure we find out what's going on with you. Why are you having the symptoms that you're having? Because when we can figure out the cause, what's the reason that you're having the hot flashes or the weight gain, then we can give you the support that your body needs to get back into balance. And you'll start to feel better and the symptoms will go away. So if this is something you're looking for support with, reach out to me anytime. You can send me a message, as I said, or if you're on Instagram, you can grab the link in my bio, or anywhere else, grab the link in comments below. You don't have to live with symptoms. I thought that that was just something I had to live with for a lot of my life. And now I know that that's not the case. The symptoms are just, a part of the message from your body that's trying to get your attention and say, I need your help. And I can help you understand to listen to the messages. So, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And if this was of any value to you, if you know anyone else who's struggling, please feel free to share it with them. And I will talk to you again soon. It's Kate from Align Natural Health. Live well naturally.